these guys aren't just like, oh, I want to go on Pornhub, 5 minutes, jerk off. A lot of them want to have, they want to talk, they want to have a relationship. There's something about that connection, whether it's willful ignorance about it or if they really have one.
I had Chloe on here, and then I had, and obviously I'm close with Caitlin Runk, and then I listened to Lindsay Palis say the same thing, and that was, there was a point where it was like, I would never have an OnlyFans. All three of them said that. Caitlin said she would never have an OnlyFans. Or I don't know if Kindly ever did. Chloe definitely said she'd never have an OnlyFans. And then shout out to Lindsay. Lindsay started her podcast up again, Eyes Up Here podcast.
Oh, good.
She said in the beginning, she said she would never have an OnlyFans. In fact, her transition to get on OnlyFans happened while she was doing her show, I believe. I believe that's correct. I'm not positive. But you guys have seen that a lot. The girls who say, I would never have one. And then something happens. And then they, like you said before, you felt like it was more honorable to use your mind. What is the thing that causes the transition, do you think, for a lot of these girls? Is it just the money? Is it just the money? That's it?
I will say that it's, it's money. If you boil it down, for me, it's also freedom.
Freedom.
But my freedom is bought by money.
Yeah.
You don't have freedom with schedule and life and all the things that I have freedom with if I don't have money. And the money also has to come relatively easily. And we have a lot of guests on. I don't want to knock them, but I sometimes chuckle. I know that there's a lot of very hardworking, let's say in the porn industry, it's different. They work very hard. But if you're, me, or you're making the content that I have or basic OnlyFans stuff, it's not difficult. It's so, especially if you've worked a normal job, it's not difficult. So it is so much freedom to me, because if I'm going to take some selfies, which is the thing that sells the best, for me at least, I don't do photo shoots anymore. It's all taken on my phone by myself.
That's crazy. Brandy Andrews said the same thing. She said her boyfriend would not let her do photo shoots with other people, wouldn't let her do girl stuff. So she started the girlfriend experience, and she started doing these like selfie videos by herself or whatever.
Yep.
And then that's when she made the most money with no makeup on.
That's
with no makeup.
That's because the thing about OnlyFans, and we talk about this a lot on our show, is people ask, well, why would I pay for that if you can just go to Pornhub for free? Well, lots of the evidence shows a lot of people do want to pay for that, because they want that experience of talking to a person, and that's the person you want to see, and the person you want to see in their natural environment doing the sexual things. That's how most people are. It's not. These guys aren't just like, oh, I want to go on Pornhub, 5 minutes, jerk off. A lot of them want to have, they want to talk, they want to have a relationship. There's something about that connection, whether it's willful ignorance about it or if they really have one.
So men can be stimulated by non-contextual photos of sex or nudity. Women generally not to the same extent. Most girls I know, obviously there's like Amanda Nicole, but most girls are like not super excited to get lots of dick pics.
Yeah.
And then there's Amanda Nicole. Like you can, guys, send her a dick pic right now.
God
She'll be
bless.
super
God
happy.
bless.
She'll be very, very happy to get one from you.
Preferably the poorer the better,
So
right?
this is
A
something,
very poor dick pic.
this is something, my favorite interview of all time, Dr. Buss, when he came on my show, we talked about the non-context, like when women give non-contextual images of their breasts or whatever, men are like, that's awesome. Even if one of your female friends who had really nice boobs sent you a picture of your boobs, you're not going to be mad about that. No one's mad about getting pictures of nice boobs. No one's upset. You might be confused, but you're never going to be mad about it. If my friend sent me a picture of his dick, I would have a problem with that. Okay? And the thing is, like, even if I was gay, I'd be like, that's just a non-contextual dick. Like, so the thing is, men, because they can be stimulated by non-contextual images of sexual imagery, that's why porn is so pervasive. And it's not just heterosexual men, homosexual men also, the same thing. The majority of pornography is consumed by men, gay or straight, because it's a male thing, because of heavy amounts of testosterone, which allow you to have non-contextual sex. I love sex with my girlfriend because I love her, but I've had sex before when my girlfriend was someone I didn't love, and that was also fun, but it went in a different way. Just like peanut butter tastes good and ice cream tastes good. They have nothing to do with each other. It's the same thing. So that's part of the situation. The reason why I bring this up is with OnlyFans, now you have created contextual porn. Does that make sense? Which is good in a way because you're meeting a need, but it's also bad because when you think about a guy and he, jerks off in the shower to porn, that's totally non-contextual, right? I know Madison Ivy, and she doesn't give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I don't mean to be mean. I know that she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Nicole did not wake up. She doesn't care.
Right. Yeah.
She's not your friend.
It's
she's not
happening with
or without you.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Nikki Benz did not. You know, she's not
cheering you on.
She's not trying to have a relationship with you.
Yeah.
But then with these girls, I'll notice that I think that if I was a woman and my boyfriend was paying to have a relationship, a virtual relationship with a woman where she was getting closer, I think that would be horribly detrimental.
I have to say, that question or that stance has never actually been brought up on the show. And I have to agree 1,000%. I would flip out. In part because he's like, I know how much these girls are making. And I'll be like, you're giving her, like, this is a lot of money. Yeah. I always say, too, if a guy's going to the strip club, baby, you spend whatever you enjoy. I'll be right there with you. But you're going home and you're spending double on me tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would freak the fuck out because he's, like, giving this person money.
Yeah.
I would freak out. But, like, if he's just jerking off the porn, I'd be like, great, babe.
Like
see you in a little bit.
Even if, like, obviously all of this is bad, but, like, even if it's not even buying videos of him of sexual intercourse. It's like the conversation that you're having with the short Filipino man who's pretending to be her.
It's relational.
Like
it's a relationship, which is why it's like you guys talk about this a lot. When women cheat, they will go and they'll fall in love and they'll have a relationship. And then when men cheat, that's kind of the thing. Like when men cheat, they'll still, it's like proven that he goes home, he still loves his partner.
So about 8 out of 10 times when a woman cheats, she falls in love with her affair partner. About 3 out of 10 times a man does.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the difference.
But that's what I'm saying. I would freak out because if a guy was... if my boyfriend or somebody I'm dating, I found out that he's having like this relationship back and forth with this girl, I would then think he's gonna leave versus, okay, well, he cheated, but he came home. Like, I don't like that, but like he came home to me. He was okay. Everything was good. I don't prefer either, but I'd be less afraid he was gonna leave.
I think because you and I have seen so much shit, I think you're more evolved. You and I are more evolved than a lot of people.
Are we evolved or devolved?